Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Great League Remix team from a member of the channel. It is Henry, so thank you Henry for being a member. Appreciate it. Pangoro, GRUMPIG, corsola, and he basically said, I got this team from your Remix team video you posted last week and wanted to try it. Pangoro indeed felt like a core breaker, and corsola felt nice to give some bulk, while GRUMPIG continues to be a viable safe swap. So that was what I put together when I first did top teams. And when I ever do top teams, you got to put like just some together based on like what you think is going to be meta and like balancing them, right? So I know Pangoro was going to be meta because I know there's going to be a lot of ghosts and I know there's going to be some things that are weak to fighting. But then I didn't anticipate as much tank as I thought it would, but corsola can kind of deal with that, and GRUMPIG's got some charge moves for it. So there's that, and then the meta has evolved substantially. Like now you have a ton of like the Pidgeot team, right? So the Pidgeot's everywhere, which Pangoro corsola may not be amazing at, right? So you need to adjust on the fly. For those of you who do know, I hit legend. You can go, if you want to go look at a short I put out. Sorry, not legend. Wow, no, expert. I hit expert. Casually just I hit legend. No, I hit expert with the team. I've got a short on it to show you which team I hit in case you want to go check that out to see what you could potentially use to hit expert. Anyways, let's look at the battles. We have Pangoro into Umbreon, so that is fantastic. A shiny Pangoro at that. They are not getting out, so that is fine. They try to catch on Marowak and a little slow on the catch. Or, sorry, improper catch behind on energy. Night Slash goes through. Gonna get the second one off here. And they do let that go. Get into Corsola, yeah. Super effective Astonishes here. I would just commit to the farm down. You don't even, well, Shadow Bone would hurt. So it's up to you if you want to, yeah. Shadow Ball, even better shield. So take that down. Keep switch. It is an Umbreon. You'll definitely level 1, but you might want to start throwing these power gems just to start chipping here. Yes, yeah, Astonish versus Snarls, both 3-turn fast moves, so there's no fast move timing on this one. There's one power gem. Get the second one off here too. So again, this is a nice chip. Take it down to the yellow here. And foul play should take you out or leave you like 1 HP. Does take you out. Back on Pangoro, it's probably going to come down to what's in the back. Just going to go for the resisted Night Slash here. Yeah, I don't know if I like dumping that energy. I would just over farm and just come into the next matchup with 2 moves. It is a psychic, especially that they're letting you farm. Yeah, instant swap to GRUMPIG, just getting ahead on those Psy waves. Getting to the Shadow Ball. At this point, with all the Psy waves, I'm wondering if double Night Slash is enough. It's probably just worth the shield anyways, just to put on more Psy wave pressure, even if it's just a bait. Yeah. Honestly, I don't really care if it's a bait. I think being able to... this is definitely a brine, so this is not going to take you out at all. I think just putting that extra Psywave pressure would just guarantee that you'll be able to take them out in 2 Night Slashes if you need to. But Shadow Ball, stay in. You're going to just hit... Yeah, they're going to have to throw. Because you're just going to out Psywave them compared to their poison jabs. And Night Slash for the win. Marowak. So definitely a weird one. Oh, they're running Hex. That's slightly better for you actually. Because if it was Fire Spins and Bone Clubs would add up, and you'd have a super effective Night Slash, but Karate Chop would be resisted. But resisted Hex kind of makes this a better matchup because Hex is resisted. They'll get to the Bone Clubs faster. But you obviously just the pacing to Night Slash is just so quick. And now we have a decision to make. Because you can shield and take switch and just match shields. Yeah, so that is what we are going to do. You also have the option to like just come in and get ahead on energy on GRUMPIG, but I don't think there's a right or wrong play here, just how you want to play this out. Get the attack boost, but still, you grab both shields. Okay. Again, you can't do that. I was going to say, you can take it to the zeros and take switch with a little energy. Personally, I would not have done that. I know you attack boosted, and when you see the attack boost, everyone just gets so excited. I think with GRUMPIG and corsola, You just have so much coverage here, and Grumpig with its charge moves and side wave is very, very strong with shield advantage. So I personally would have just let that move go and just come in on Grumpig and got super far ahead on Psywave energy, because then you would have come out with it with the shield and close to a move, and then you would have a pretty easy matchup. But here, Corsola just gives you the bulk, right? And that's what I put it together the first time. You're going to see this morning, I put out a team with Carbink, just bulking up those Pokemon, bulking up teams to help support more glassy Pokemon. And then both Carbink and Corsola here, they do put out some good damage with their bulk, right, too. So unfortunately, they do get to move here with 1 HP. How much energy do they have, and how much? Oh, Swift is, yeah. Swift is normal typing on a ghost, so that is resisted. Swalot, poison. So this is a tough matchup. I would probably instant swap. Yeah, I like the swap into Grumpig. It is a Greninja, which those things are everywhere right now. Unfortunately, that kind of kills my, I think I maybe mentioned it this morning, how it kills my team this morning. And I adjusted. If you watch my expert team, you'll see that I think it's already when I put Chestnut in. It was truly just to deal with Greninja that was everywhere. But shielding up 1, getting to the Dynamic Punch. This will grab the second shield most likely, because they're just going to try and farm here. Or snipe. But yeah, huge advantage here. You can take a Swift. I would go like 4 or the 5 and then close combat. Going right on CMP. Do they not have... I thought they were down shields. Didn't they double shield? Yeah, see, I would have just close combat them out to save this shield. You did attack boost, so this is going to absolutely destroy. Even Swalot is resisted. You can do a couple Night Slashes just to take it out at this point. Swalot is a poison, so close combat is resisted. It still hurts. So going to close combat the first one, and then Night Slash the second one. Night Slash boosted should take this out. And Greninja going to dump some energy here. And now it just, will you get outpaced to, I was going to say 2 Night Slashes. But yeah, I was about to say you may even live 2 Night Slashes, because Corsola is just so tanky. Even with an 11 attack here. They do Hydro, which is the harder hitting move, but just living a super effective Night Slash and a hard hitting Hydro here. And taking them out. So there we go. This is just bad editing on my part. There's your Pidgeot. Instant swap here. Sidewaves are going to add up. Dynamic Punch is neutral, so try and get that off. They do catch on Togetic, which is unfortunate. Getting caught on a 4-turn move when you have a 1-turn move is rough. I mean, I've made that mistake too before, but yeah, getting caught like that is rough when you have a 1-turn move and they have a 4-turn, and you can so easily time on the other ones. Shadow Ball is not resisted. They do shield there. They're looking to take switch here. I mean, if you get the shield and then Astonish down, you can come out with a Power Gem. But now, if they let it go and they come in Pidgeot and just gust you down, you now have to come in Corsola, which is still resisted Ghost moves here. You will have Power Gem, and you just gotta hope that they have like Air Cutter or Brave Bird, and they just Brave Bird and bail. They do Brave Bird, and shielding up that Brave Bird. It is a Diggersby in the back. You'll live. No, I don't like this. I think you almost just need to let them get the Scorching Sands off. I think you need to get go to 2 close combats and get the let them get the Scorching Sands off. You live, and just had 2 close combats so that you close combat it out, and then have a Night Slash coming out, and then have a Power Gem to take out the rest of it. But you know what? Maybe they take you out here. Maybe you can Astonish and get a ton of it. No, because now they're just going to instant swap. Because I think maybe Cry Chop Night Slash you maybe could have comboed. Maybe not, though. Maybe they live a Night Slash. But a Pangoro onto a Pidgeot would have been pretty hard hitting. But now you're going to go down with a Brave Bird. Yeah, I feel like you maybe could have got around that. Okay, Donphan. This one you're going straight for the close combat, which is more shocking because I feel like Donphan is one that would shield because it's so glassy. So when it comes to these sort of there is a general rule that I follow. Miltank. Oof, that sucks. There is a general rule I follow, and that is bulky Pokemon, even if you're throwing super effective moves, most oftentimes do not shield, and glassy Pokemon, even if you're throwing like bait moves, still shield. So, like if you're against an Umbreon, if you're against a Diggersby, if you're against whatever, and you still have like a super effective move, like if you have a close combat on Pangoro, more often than not, that Diggersby and Umbreon are still just letting that move go. Whereas if you're against a Shadow Donphan, if you're against a Shadow Typhlosion, if you're against any of these like Primeapes, any of these like glassy Pokemon, they are all likely to shield, even if it is just like I'm just throwing a whatever like 10. I'm just throwing an Aqua Tail or something. Like they're still more likely to shield than not because of how much that raw damage would do. So I would personally probably bait more in these matchups against these type Pokemon and just go for the nukes against the bulky Pokemon. Especially when you like people play a balanced team. People play a balanced team for that reason, right? It's you use that bulky Pokemon for that third shield, and then you double shield your glassy Pokemon. That's essentially how you play it out. And now you got Thunderfang down. You have no shields. And you're gonna be taken out here. I mean, Psychic Fangs would be resisted, but you're so low already that you're just gonna get Thunderfang down. Yeah. Amoonguss. Oof. Ooh. This is rough. Yeah, almost have to stay in here because you're weak to go. You're both Pokemon in the back are weak to Ghost and Dark, and it has Astonish and Foul Play. So you you just kind of had to stay in this matchup. You're only gonna get one move off, so close combat is resisted, but it's still better than Night Slash neutral. So yeah, grab that shield. That's okay. They are also weak to Psywave, right? So yes, you're weak to Astonish and Foul Play, so I'd shield, but they are poison, so they are weak to Psywave. So shield that and farm and come out with some energy here. And they eventually get into Dusclops. You're very ahead on energy here. Dusclops, right? You were so far ahead on energy. There's no way you're gonna throw Dynamic Punch. But they are still willing to not shield the Dusclops because on a team like this, of course they shield that one. They should not have shielded that one. They did it right first time, right? Because when you're playing with something like a Dusclops or something like that, the role is to take that energy. So they took the Shadow Ball first. I don't know why they shield. Honestly, I have no idea why they shielded the Dynamic Punch there. Amoonguss has some bulk in itself. Maybe they're running 3 bulky Pokemon. Yeah, Clado's got some bulk too. Okay. So they just have 3 bulky Pokemon that have play. If you get... Yeah, now they're going to have energy. So unless you're got to move here. Going to go down. Yeah. Like, I would adjust teams. Gonna shield this one up. X-Scissor would have been neutral, actually. I was gonna say resisted, but no, you're half dark, so that would have been neutral. And now a second one, and now you're down 2 shields. Ugh, this is rough. Rough. Okay. Tried to make a catch on the X-Scissor, but I don't even know if they were at an X-Scissor. This is just the discharge. Obviously, that's fine. Crunch. This thing has Crunch, correct. It's not run with often. Getting the Nightshade off on the Dust Noir, so they will shield because they are more glassy and at a second move already. Only problem is if you let them get, not that you have any choice, but they're at like what, 4? They're gonna definitely get to a Shadow or Punch here. And back-to-back moves. The good news is they're dry now, so you can take a couple Astonishes and get some energy here. But you already had a ton of energy, so I was going to say you don't even need a lot of energy here. So there's Night Slash, should take out. And what do they have left? A Grumpig. Here's the first Night Slash. Should put it to 50%. You're so attack heavy. And back-to-back here. This should take out. And there you go. Hackmo. Going straight to Corsola. You know, it only does have Dragon Tail, so it would have been neutral. But I guess you couldn't throw Night Slash because they're half fighting. They do get to the Dragon Claw and catch on a catching on a Typhlosion is a decision. They do let it go. They're going to get to a move here, though, so I'm surprised they did not throw it. Opting to shield and farm here, knowing that they're going to get that shielded right back here. And if they deny, it's borderline. How many incinerates did they do? Because they can just do... Oh, they went Blast Burn. So, oh yeah. At least this one's a Thunder Punch. But yeah, it's still back-to-back here. Oh, 2 Blast Burns. Holy crap. I guess they had 100. Did they have 100 energy? I was not counting. Now you just burn 2 here. Gonna get this Sidewave or close combat. Try to match even shields and then instant swap into Grumpig. Super effective side. Oh, they let it go. And unfortunately, it is a Claydol, which is resisting those Sidewaves. Do get your Shadow Ball. Unfortunately, let a full Mud Slap through there. I've noticed a couple of those mistimed fast moves. A couple of those you have let full fast moves through. They do dump their energy. And if you have any sort of energy here, you do not. That's too bad. I was about to say, because if you had energy here, you could have outpaced the second Night Slash. Because it would have been 16 versus... It's 16 versus 15, right? And they just dumped. So yeah, you're 1 short. That's why I said if you had any energy. Because it's 15 for a Claydol and 16 for 2 Night Slashes. So if you had a couple Karate Chops, you would have won that matchup. Getting to the Night Slash on a Golurk. Golurk's pretty glassy. This is not Shadow. And getting to the second one already. They are loaded with energy, but getting 2. And it's a Grumpig. So here comes another. This is triple weak to dark. Or sorry, double weak to dark. But they let it go. And here comes it. You could just let it go and just come Corsola and just get ahead on energy. Just Astonish down. 6, 9. Yeah. I wasn't counting how much I had the first time. I doubt it's a shot. Oh, it's a shot ball. See, I don't count, clearly. That's a lot of damage, unfortunately, but that's okay. Baby Grumpig can sweep with 2 shields. Make her go. Getting that power gem off, which would be super effective. I would then instant swap to not go down here because you cannot let your... Don't go down. Don't go down. Don't go down. My man, how long have you been a subscriber and a member of this channel? Rule number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I give constantly. Do not let your Pokemon go down when you have an opponent who can lower your attack, because now you cannot reset. So they just lowered your attack times 2 now with 2 Rock Tombs because you let Corsola goes down. You should have easily swapped to Grumpig way earlier. There. Dugong, good lead. They get out into Primeape. Going for the close combat to try and grab this shield. I'll go Grumpig, Psywave, super effective. Oh, they just let it go. Okay, cool. And now it is a Ariados. Now Ariados will have X Scissor, which would be super effective. Or Lunge. I forget what move. Yeah, Lunge, sorry. I know it had a bug move. But Psywaves are also super effective, so just going Dynamic Punch, grabbing that. Lunge does lower your attack, and now they're going to get to another move. Going to shield this one as well. But again, now you're 2 times lowered. You still have a super effective Dynamic Punch, but now 2 times lowered. Yeah, not going to do a ton. Eventually, Corsola is just going to come in and just eat all this damage. So there's 1 Icy Wind. Plus you have super effective move here. So even though your attack is lowered, plus poison's resisted, so you'll put some pressure on the, unfortunately 1 HP. You'll still put some pressure for them to throw on the Ariados because poison's resisted and they have to throw here. But Astonish damage is adding up. Psywave damage is going to add up. Unless they have back-to-back to take you out. They going to get to a move. What's the best play here? I mean, I guess they're just admitting defeat. Okay. Yeah, well, thanks for testing my team. Again, this is why I don't say, I'm curious how many, because I don't watch a lot of the I know other content creators put out top teams for the week. I'm curious to see how many of them actually use some of their teams. I know a lot of us switch it up, but for me, I find that like, when I'm putting top teams together, it's not even that I even have all the Pokemon. I mean, I just try to put teams that like people could use. But it's also the meta adjusts so quickly. And by the time that I put one out, there's already like multiple other content creators who have put out teams. So, you know, if you look at one of my top teams, potentially after less than 24 hours, it could be completely irrelevant if some content creators have put out teams that beat it, right? So you just got to be smart and adjust based on what you're seeing in the meta. Anyways, thanks for the submission. League turnover. It's a match league, and it's a retro cup. I forget what. It's a limited Great League anyway, so we'll check it out tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.